How's it going, YouTube? This is Wake Run Collapse, and this is going to be my final 10 boxes of Japanese Facing a New Trial, Sun and Moon 2 Plus, and at the same time, it's going to be a lesson. And the lesson you're going to learn today is, don't ever ask Twitter what you should do when it comes to making videos. So I would say probably 10 minutes ago, I got home from an entire day out in Boston, which is the nearest big city to me. It's not too far away, but I never really get the chance to go there. And I'm not gonna lie, I had a few. We went to Fajitas and Rita's, which is not far from the Park Street stop, and I had 3 not small margaritas. And then we walked around for a little while, and then we went to Cheers, because you guys might know it as a TV show, but it's also an actual bar and restaurant, and I drank there too. We took the train home, we took the Red Line back to our vehicle, and then I drove back, and I felt good. Not not the best ever, but more than well enough to drive. And I asked Twitter, and I said to Twitter, I said, so not 100% sober, should I film my last 10 booster boxes of Facing a New Trial now or not? Thinking well in hand at this point, as we stare at this upside down pack, thinking well in hand at this point, that if I don't film it, I have to go to work tomorrow, come home and film it, and then I actually have to get up at 3:30 in the morning on Sunday to put everything together. So, kind of saying to myself, I should probably open this anyways. And then Mewtwo Scry on Twitter pointed out that maybe I should shoot the video while having another. So he's going to win, and we're going to open 200 packs of Facing a New Trial, and I'm going to slowly make my way through a Dogfish Head IPA. So let's get out our keys. Wait, where are my keys? There they are. Ooh. I dropped my phone. I don't want that to be like a test of my sobriety. I was actually fishing into my pockets to find it or not. Oh, no. Save it, save it, save it. Apparently, there was some fizz going on. That's not like my best moment. So as you can tell, the beer kind of popped open and exploded a little bit, but we saved it, which is all that matters. Anyways, let's put these, over there is going to be fine. The good thing about this is I'm home, I'm safe, everything is cool. We have ourselves 200 packs of Facing a New Trial to open on the channel right here and right now, and I don't need to read a whole lot of the names, which is wonderful. So I'm going to open up 2 packs at a time, and we're going to slowly chew our way through. And if this video is 2 hours long, then so be it. And if this video is, say, I don't know, 45 minutes to an hour long, then so be it. I think the main point is, at this point, you have not seen this card. Calm the hell down. This is not supposed to happen on the 3rd pack. At this point, I was about to say, you've seen all the cards, so you don't have to focus all that much on what's happening, and neither do I. But as it turns out, in the 3rd pack, we're going to pull a full art Tapu Fini. Oh boy. So, I was very much looking forward to this card. So, getting it now is awesome. And we're going to turn the light out, and we're going to show you just how awesome this card truly is. Loving the blue on this card. Absolutely loving it. This, along with the Tapu Bulu, are probably, no, not probably, definitely, my favorite Pokemon full arts from this expansion. And you can see right there, 52 out of 49 for super rare. And that blue is just, oh, the blue is so fine. It's just so fine. This we are going to sleeve. We are going to sleeve it, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be sleeving my my regular GXs as we go. Let's show the rest of them, by the way. Just for doo-doos and giggles, I think there's another GX back there. Yep. And Salazzle GX, so that's pretty cool. But as I was saying, before we were so rudely interrupted by one of the cards that I actually wanted to pull, we've seen the whole set. aside from the full arts, we've seen the whole set, so I know what you guys are here for at this point. You're here for two reasons. One, you want to see, what full arts I pull, what hyper rares I pull, if I get any ultra rares, if I get the Acerola full art supporter, stuff like that. Oh, there's your regular version. Hi. And number two, you want me to clear out space. You want me to clear out space so that we can get back to the best of X and Y, which I'm actually opening just a little bit out of order. Because of the amount of time that this video is going to take, I'm actually opening this box, well, this box series, I suppose, before box number 11 of the Best of X and Y. Because box number 11 of Best of X and Y, I can film when I get home. I can do that. It's not a big deal. But this is going to take, several hours to upload. Usually about 15 minutes. It'll take about an hour and a half to upload. So if this video is an hour, it's going to take 6 hours to upload. That's not a good thing to do. So if I start uploading it tomorrow, then I have to piece it together and schedule it and hope that everything goes well. And I think that's too much trust in YouTube at this point. I don't know that I want to go that route. So we've got Alolan Sandshrew, Kamala, Olivia, Lycanroc GX. I'll set him aside for a second. Water Energy, Bellsprout, Machop, Slowking, Electivire, and a Darkness Energy. So there's your Lycanroc. It was very nice to spend some time in Boston with the lady, who, as it turns out, is not keen on on appearing in such videos. Jesse from A Bit Oddish, formerly Water and Grass, I'm super proud of you for you and Melanie being able to be on video and be on camera and do this whole thing together. It's a great joint venture that you have. I wish my girl were as interested in it as yours is. That would be wonderful, but alas, so it is. I certainly wouldn't want her to feign interest in it and not be kosher with it. But it's cool what you guys have going, and you guys also just hit 500 subscribers, which is totally badass. Oh, we're dropping cards now. Why, I never. Trubbish, a Salandit, Whimsicott, Tapu Lele, Water Energy, Vulpix, Weepinbell, Escape Rope, Sableye, and a Darkness Energy. But in my time, I have, over the course of the past few months, been able to convince her that Pokemon Go is awesome. And so she is up to level 27, I think, in Pokemon Go. So she's been playing it for a while now. She finds it entertaining and interesting, and that's great for me. So in some of the time that we spent in Boston today, went to Sal's Pizza, walked around the Common, the Garden. What else did we do? Obviously Fajitas and Ritas, because we love that place. And what else did we do? Did we maybe cut a card? Maybe we should check these. Hold on. No, we're good. Everything's fine. Just a stuck pack. Oh, Tapu Bulu GX. Nice. So that's a pretty excellent first box right there. But we got to spend some time in the city. I got myself about as sunburnt as I can accept as a human being. I know, stay out of the sun and all that stuff, and I'm super light-skinned, whatever. It's not a big deal. It's nice to be able to enjoy the sun a little bit every now and again. I did put some sunblock on the parts of my human anatomy that were going to be exposed to the most sunlight, as we see this GX again. So I did do the back of my neck and my forehead, but I still got burnt on my arms, a little bit on my calves, because shockingly I could wear shorts today. It was almost 80 degrees. Hold on, beer. That is why I keep you in the basement. Stay nice and cold. But it was nice to be able to enjoy a little bit of sunlight. Walk around the Common. So for anybody, as we get into box 2, I'm basically pretending that this is not here. For anybody who's never been to Boston, Boston is very much a city that's rooted in its own history. And sometimes to its own detriment, but in a lot of ways, in like a charming way that a lot of cities don't really have. Ooh, I should throw out these extra packs. Just in a lot of ways that other cities don't have. I mean, the city is close to 400 years old now, which is totally wild, but this is very, old world, rustic feeling to it. And a lot of other cities that I've, been able to visit don't really have that. They're modernized, they're new, or they don't have that type of history. And Boston is very much, cramped in space like some other cities, but it's big hills, it's, brick buildings, and a lot of stuff is red, and we've got a duck pond, and we have crappy seats in our baseball park at Fenway, and it's everything that I would want a city to be. I don't get to visit it much, and I'm not, the biggest fan of city life in general. So you see this Lycanroc GX. I'm not the biggest fan of city life in general. I'm really not. I wouldn't want to spend a whole lot of time there. Certainly not more than a few voyages a year. Drinking like it's a GX, so I have to drink. But I do love my city. And I do love people who love my city as well. So if you're ever, for whatever reason, in the New England area, and you want to know what it's like to visit Boston, I highly recommend it. Because I've been to a bunch of other cities besides Boston. Although shockingly, I've never been to New York, which is super weird to admit. But Boston absolutely stands out. It's completely impossible to navigate, so don't even try. Just get your GPS out, or honestly, just play Pokemon Go. Play Pokemon Go and keep your head up, and you'll be able to, get around fairly well. If you happen to be coming from south of Boston, which is what I usually do, as I live south of Boston, I would definitely recommend, if you're going into the city to just kind of enjoy yourself, take the red line to Park Street, because Park Street will get you anywhere that you need to go. It'll spit you right out onto Boston Common, which has tons and tons of stops, but also a lot of access to some of the other, universities in the city. Put you out on the red line and the green line, so you have some options as to where you want to go. So you get a Tapu Bulu GX. It gives you options as to where you want to go in the city. And it's a nice centralized location. I should probably leave that. But to be honest, you really can't go wrong no matter where it is that you go. Besides, if you happen to fly into the city, you're going to be flying into Logan, so you gotta be a little creative from there. It's got a Wailmer, Rockruff, Slowking, Lunatone, Sandshrew, a Slowpoke, Espeon, not an Espeon, Escape Rope, and Sableye. That new Espeon trainer card is totally wild. Oh boy, what is happening? I'm gonna have to pack the pack down a little bit to get through this. But anyways, super long story short, Boston rules, and it's totally different from other places. And despite what you might be thinking, that was weird. I still have an energy card in here. Why is it stuck in there? Darkness energy. We honestly are super welcoming of other folks. I'm pretty sure the Red Sox are playing the Cubs tonight, because this is Friday night when I'm filming this. We're playing the Cubs tonight, and tons of people were walking around in Cubs uniforms and Cubs shirts, and just, excited and proud of their team for having won the World Series last year, and all this other good stuff. And this is Salazzle. That's cool. And I know, Boston sports fans tend to get, kind of a bad rap, but the hospitality that I saw on display for other folks or just people in general was not at all what it would be made out to be. I mean, 10 or 15 years ago, if you walked in here wearing a Yankees cap, yeah, you're going to get yelled at. That's what you get. But it would be the other way around if you were wearing a Red Sox cap in New York. So you guys, gave as good as you got. There's still another energy card stuck in there. I don't know why they're not coming out. But nowadays, we're totally over that, heated rivalry thing, and now it's just exciting. Exciting to see folks from other places, other walks of life, and we just want them to enjoy the city, really. Or, at worst, we just want to be left alone. So we can catch Cubones, because it was a Cubone nest and a Bellsprout nest. Finishing out box number 2, we're going to have a GX in the last pack. Not so much, but a good balance with the previous booster box, so that's not so bad. I will periodically need some water as well. Because silly as it may sound, I have to work tomorrow. And spending a day out in the city, underneath the sunlight, taking part in alcoholic beverages, which is only accessible and acceptable if you are of legal age. Let's point that out. Where I am, it's 21 to drink, and I am 21 plus 10. So, all's well for me. I certainly do not condone underage drinking. Although, you know what? What the heck? I'm having one. I've had a bunch. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about underage drinking, because why not? I don't think YouTube bots are going to come to my channel anyway, so let's talk about it. So as we dig into box number 3 of Facing a New Trial, let's tackle an issue that, matters to a lot of you, because you might not necessarily be the appropriate age. Can we get this card out of here? I don't know why these cards aren't coming out. You might not necessarily be the appropriate age for alcohol consumption, as we get a Salazzle GX, in your location. And that's totally cool. So, in the U.S., there's definitely, I don't want to say a stigma, but because it's not necessarily the case, but there definitely is, like a movement against the consumption of alcohol, especially for minors, especially for people, in high school that can get a hold of it, and it could be a problem for them, especially because not allowed to do so until you're 21. And generally that would be if you're a junior or a senior in college. Now, I am certainly not naive enough to assume that the average person holds off on alcohol consumption until they are 21. And I would not lie to you and tell you that I consumed my first alcohol when I was 21, because that's totally not the case. But I really wasn't even into it so much until I was 25 or so. I would not say that I, went out with any regularity until then. I did go to a house party when I was 17 or so, but we drank very little, and mostly we just kind of hung out and stuff. But for every person that I've seen kind of, enjoy themselves and enjoy that part of their lives before they were of the proper age, there is always a story. Ooh, Darkrai. There is always a story that surrounds someone, who drank too much at prom and then got behind the wheel or something like that and ruined their lives or the lives of some, innocent folks out there. Or just a much larger scale of what it's like to experience tragedy in your lives because of these types of issues. And it's not so much that the human body isn't able to cope with it, at the younger age. And I certainly, I understand that there's differences between the accepted age for alcohol consumption in different parts of the world. Some places it's 18, some it's 21. I think is it Montreal or Quebec province that it's 19? I know it's 19 somewhere, or at least it used to be when I was in high school. And then even some places it can be 16, depending on the circumstances. The reason is not because the human body can't handle it, it's because the human mind can't handle it. You are not fully fledged as a human being yet to understand what this kind of stuff can do to you. And, how it can affect your judgment, how it can affect your motor skills, your ability to operate heavy machinery, or just small machinery, like a car or motorcycle, or just to be out in public, where there could be things like traffic or decisions to be made, and that's why it's there. It's there to protect you. You don't have... you're still growing as a human being, especially at 16 or 17, you're still growing as a human being. You're still learning what your place in the world is. You're still learning, all these things about yourself. And you're getting used to the world that's around you. You're certainly dealing with, your hormones of being an adolescent, maybe falling in love for the first time, and all these other things that are going on in your life, in your mind, and subjecting yourself to something, a Lycanroc, not like a Lycanroc, but subjecting yourself to something that can impair that judgment is very dangerous to a younger person, because they don't know how their system can handle it, or how they themselves, as a human, will be able to deal with the consequences of it. And that's what gets people into so much trouble. Trust me, at 31, I cannot go out and party and recover and come back the next day the way I could when I was 25. It simply doesn't happen. But also at 31, I am 100% sure at all times, whether I've had too much or not, whether I can do what I need to do to get home, or if I need somebody to drive me. Whether I should, order that extra one or not. You get used to what you're like as a human, and you get accustomed to what it's like to enjoy such a substance in a controlled environment. So, nothing in that box. On to box number 4 of the video, on to box number 14 overall. I'm not going to touch the topic of drug use, marijuana, all that other stuff. I'm not touching that. I simply don't have enough experience with it that I would want anyone to take my advice regarding the subject with any sort of seriousness, so we're just going to skip it. Alright, we need some more water though. Alright. We're 60 packs in. Let's keep this going. It's also really warm here, and I didn't run the air conditioning today. So I'm definitely experiencing the detrimental effects of, an 80-degree room when you're lining up for filming. Alright, so we've got a Sandshrew. Come on. Lediba, Weakness Policy, Sandslash, Darkness Energy, Rockruff, Trubbish, a Cerula, a Soul Rock, and a Lightning Energy. I don't think I need to be reading these off at this point. Because I don't think my 100, my 200 pack opening is going to attract any additional customers versus my 100 pack opening. Oh my! How's it going, Hyper Rare Salazzle GX? You're a new card. You're not. Get out of here. Very pretty. I would say that the Salazzle Hyper Rare is probably mid-range as far as these go. Because I've got the Machamp. I would prefer this card to the Lycanroc, because I'm not impressed by the Lycanroc's art. But then the Tapus and the Darkrai might be a little bit ahead of it. So this is probably a mid-range Hyper Rare. And of course, a Hyper Rare at all is a great pull given the abomination of pull rates with this set. Can we just say that? Let's get a little zoom in there. There you go. 59 out of 49 Hyper Rare Salazzle GX. Is this video sponsored by McDonald's? Because I am loving it. I think we can cruise through the rest of this. Oh boy. The cards are getting stuck again, guys. We have a problem. Oh, Lycanroc. You know what? Some of these can get popped right back into the box. The rest of those can get disposed of at the end. It's kind of funny and also a little bit sad if you think about it, that I'm just opening $400 worth of Japanese Pokemon cards just on a whim. I just got home for the day and I said, what the heck, I guess I'll film it. Like, I asked on Twitter and somebody said something funny, so I ran with it, and that's how I'm opening $400 worth of cards. 400, 350, somewhere in there. But the fact of the matter is, these openings are not nearly the level of excitement as another set. Basically as a non, Sun and Moon Plus set. If there's any good way of putting it, that's probably the best way. And that's a real bummer for me, because I want to be able to provide, entertaining content for you guys, for you to enjoy, for you to look forward to. I don't really think that a lot of people were looking forward to this opening anyways. You're mostly looking to just see what did I pull. You're not really so concerned with the whole, the fanfare surrounding it, the quality of the creativity behind it. You just want to know what the pulls are. You want to know how I do. Maybe you've got a little bit of investment in my completion percentage of this set, because it gives you information as to how you did. Maybe you just want to know how I did in general. And that's great, but the fact that I have no qualms about shooting an opening when I've had more to drink today than I have in the past month, like in a single day, not, overall. Let's not kid ourselves. Whale party. That I can just come home and just shoot this just because I can? I think that might be part of the problem with a set like this. There's no hollows to sleeve. A lot of the cards, aside from like an Alolan Ninetales or a Tapu Bulu, for regular cards, they're pretty unimpressive. Hey, there's a GX Tapu Bulu. That's cool. They're fairly unimpressive. They've been seen a bunch of times. and I don't know, overall they kind of lack the luster. I do have to sleeve those GXs from this box. I did not do that as we went. So this video is not going to be an hour. It's going to be more, as it turns out. Get rid of some of these pack shreddings. So I end up with piles like this. Just as we go. They just accumulate. They kind of spray all over the place. So you do have to do like kind of box by box maintenance when it comes to that kind of stuff. Alright, box number 15. We've got, a super rare that we really wanted. We've gotten a hyper rare at all. What are we looking for? I don't remember if I've ever pulled one of the ultra rare energies out of a pack. Because we definitely had to buy lightning and fighting energy from Sun and Moon 2. I don't know that I ever have. Kind of sad to think about. I mean, what is it from Sun and Moon 2 that's the ultra rare energy? Is it darkness energy? Is that the one that they have available? It shows you how much investment I have with it. Because I feel like they already did the grass energy and I had to buy it from Sun and Moon 1 Plus, and then they do the darkness energy because I remember ripping on it for being an ultra rare energy that already existed. Because it did already exist if you weren't aware. There's your Tapu Fini. I was wondering. And a darkness energy regular. Yeah, it did already exist. It was like an X and Y promo or something like that. I mean, I'm sure Unlisted Leaf was, super happy about the gold border grass energy before, and now having another one available is really all he needs. The cards are still popping up though in these boxes. I've been noticing this as I go. That is troublesome for sure. It's really not what we're looking for. We've got Machop, Lediba, Electivire, Lycanroc, an Electabuzz, Wishy-Washy, Weakness Policy, and a Slowking. Yeah, I guess if we can't keep it under the hour mark, at least we should just not damage any cards as we go. I'm deliberately trying not to talk about reprint sets. I'm really trying, guys. I want to make my own video for this. So I'm trying to think of what else we can talk about, other than the state of sets like Sun and Moon 2 Plus, Sun and Moon 1 Plus. Is it Machamp? Darkness Energy. How about the state of other TCGs? So clearly, as you can tell, I have at least a small compulsion towards, completing a set. And completing, something that I set out to work on. As is evident with my quest for a master set of the best of X and Y, and, Facing a New Trial, and basically every other set that exists for Pokemon. And actually, as of the filming of this video, aside from cards that were released in 2017, my wants list is 2. And that is grossly underestimating the amount of cards that I have just as duplicates. So as much as I would like to, and would probably enjoy opening, let's say, like a Fire Emblem booster box once a month, or like a Digimon booster box, or things like that, kind of like we did with the Sailor Moon booster box. Maybe we could do, mix it in with some Final Fantasy, do some Weiss Schwarz, things like that. As excitable as that might be for some of you, it really doesn't contribute to the folks who subscribe to me in the first place, and on the other hand, I would probably have to sell or give away a lot of the cards that I pull to avoid feeling the compulsion to complete the set in the first place. And that could be kind of dicey also. I mean, it would be great for sure. It'd be great to... Ooh, I have you. It's a great full art. Like, let's not mince words, it's a great full art. There's the lightning energy. It's really cool, and if for no other reason, it's cool because I know I can put it in the sale video. So that is awesome. But I think I probably would have rather pulled a duplicate out of the Best of X and Y full art, versus this one. As we have already seen this one, but it is a cool one. So now I'm really hopeful that this second Sophocles full art, which we can see right there, is 57 out of 49. I hope this does not take the place of the Acerula full art that seems to be commanding some serious value. Although we will definitely find out in the next half an hour to 45 minutes. Right? That's what we'll do. That's what we'll do. Trubbish, a Sneasel, Whale Party, Darkrai GX, Fighting Energy, Bellsprout, a Murkrow, Olivia, Ledian, and a Water Energy. We're gonna sleeve and pile it right in. So, Autobot Tesla on Twitter. P.S. If you do not follow Autobot Tesla on Twitter, and you have a Twitter, you don't know what Twitter is or how to do it correctly. He was kind enough to share, a scan of a trainer card for Sun and Moon 3 that has already been released. Can you believe that we're at that point in the release cycle that we can talk about Sun and Moon 3? I mean, Sun and Moon 2 Plus is just in hand. We got it just a few days ago. I mean, you're watching it right now. Or already, at this point, at this stage, we're already talking about Sun and Moon 3. Which is another double set. Which is another set with 30-pack booster boxes that I will be purchasing 12 boxes of. That I will hope that a case will be representative of what we have available to us. Yeah, that beer is going to be polished by the end of this opening. But we're already seeing the scans for it that releases in the middle of June. Filming this on April 28th, guys. Alright, what happened with this? That was weird. But we are on to box number 16. And if we're already looking forward to Sun and Moon 3, I think there's far too much left to do right now. The crappy part about all of this, although it's not that crappy, if you think about it, and this is probably what we're going to talk about for this booster box, is that the the release pattern and the delivery of Sun and Moon 2 Plus and the Best of X and Y happens to coincide pretty straightforward with the pre-releases and early booster boxes of not the Best of X and Y, of Guardians Rising. And this is a problem and a good thing at the same time. You know what, I'll leave it now, because I'll forget. It's a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. So here's why it's bad. So the bad thing is, because they coincide, far more users are going to be drawn to the Guardians Rising, to the English booster box openings, to the cards and the boxes that represent the pulls that they themselves can get if they happen to go to their local card shop. And I totally... Oh, can we get this card out of here? And I totally understand that. You know, it makes 100% perfect sense. It really does. That is a Lycanroc full art. This is the derpiest Lycanroc they could have come up with. I don't know why I dislike its, you know, the pose on its face so much, the art on its face. I don't know why I dislike it so much, but I really do. The card overall is fine. You know, it's fine. This is just not the kind of card that I was looking forward to pulling, aside from, and let's specify this, aside from the fact that it's a new card, that it's a card I needed to pull in the first place, and the fact that it's, you know, pretty cool and exciting. Let's set it aside here, hoping we don't get another GX in this stack. Alright, we don't. Zoom in right there, 54 out of 49 in this super rare. Can we kill the lights for a second? Yes, please. Ooh, very nice. Oh, look at that prism. You know, I'm a little bit more okay with it now that I've seen it live. It tends to happen with artworks that you don't like. You see it live and it's not such a big deal. But anyways, you know, going back to the point that we had, before we were so rudely interrupted by, you know, the reason that you watched this video in the first place. So the problem and the solution. The problem is that folks are more interested... Oh god, we have another stuck card in there. That's so weird. The problem is English openings are kind of overrunning and, you know, wiping out the market for Japanese openings, because even though, you know, there is, you know, that pack of people who are interested in Japanese openings, when you see one of your favorite, you know, YouTubers opening a booster box or opening some booster packs of a set that you can get at your local store, you're about to get in your local store, showing them exactly the way they're going to look when they appear in your deck, you are far more likely to watch, you know, that YouTuber. And I totally get that. Even though I don't, you know, collect English cards myself, I totally understand that, because I watch some of the folks that you watch as English collectors, as fans of the English TCG. I, you know, watch a lot of the stuff that you watch. You know, I watch a little bit of Dariums. I watch a lot of Professor K. I'll watch some Jordan Japan. I watch a bit Oddish. I watch, you know, a lot of different folks. I watch them on Listed Leaf, and I'm not meaning to make this an inclusive list. It's simply who I can remember with my beer-addled brain. Because we get a Salazzle GX. But the thing that really helps being a Japanese PokeTuber is the fact that we're one set ahead. And we are one set ahead. Because while you guys who are, you know, English exclusives or what have you, are looking forward to Guardians Rising, and you know what? I am too. I'm looking forward to, you know, what folks are going to pull, what these booster boxes are going to look like, how people are going to enjoy the set overall. You know, is it going to be one of the higher tier sets that people really buy in significant bulk, or are they just buying it to complete it and get the specific cards that they need? We have a stuck card, yeah, of course we do. This is a Wake Run Collapse opening, of course we have cards that are stuck. But the beauty of the release schedule is even though that English market is always going to trump the Japanese market for English-speaking folks, these releases will always be one step ahead. Or at least, you know, for now, they're one step ahead. And that has a lot to do with the viability of this channel just in general. Because if we're opening packs and boxes that, you know, English folks are already opening, there's going to be a much smaller market for it. Because I know some of you, God, these stuck cards, it's always one. I don't understand it. I know that a lot of you will enjoy it simply because of Japanese openings, or simply because it's this channel, or, you know, what have you. But some of you, and probably not an insignificant some of you, S-U-M this time, not an insignificant amount of you, enjoy this kind of opening, these, you know, styles of openings, because they're cards that are brand new. Because you haven't seen the artwork a million times before, you really only just seen scans on PokeBeach. So maybe you just like it because it's new. And new is exciting. And that's the freaking bread and butter of this channel. There's a Tapu Fini. Is being able to rely on an audience to say, you know, this is new, this is exciting to me. I will choose to click on this video. Packs number 19 and 20 of box number 6, so that's packs number 119 and 120 of this opening. Shout out to the 15 or 20 of you that are still watching. Not an especially special box, but as we have expected, we kind of have seen as we've gone, pull rates about one in every other box. Okay, pull rates one in every other box. So what have we pulled already for super rares? We have the Machamp, we have the Lycanroc, we have the Tapu Fini, we have the Salazzle. So if the 4 remaining boxes hold the Tapu Bulu and the Darkrai, I think I'd be okay with that. Again, without tackling some of the issues that I'd like to bring up in a video, I think I'd be okay with that. Is it really 10 o'clock already? Oof. As you might have noticed, I am not living up to the expectations of maybe some of you folks who have the idea that everyone should be the perfect content creator. I am not that person. If you're just getting used to the channel, you'll get used to this. I'm not saying I drink too much and, you know, open Pokemon cards every week, because this really doesn't happen. But I'm just saying I don't have the opportunity to put in the time to video edit and to, you know, feign reactions that I don't have. Because, like, we're on box 17, guys. What is going to blow me away at this point? Especially of, dare I say it, the inferior set. And not that this is any worse than the Sun and Moon 1 Plus expansion, because it's not. But it's not on par with the main expansions, and it's certainly not on the level of the best of X and Y, which I get the feeling a lot of you are enjoying more than facing a new trial. I mean, even as a content creator, I am far more excited for that set, and I've got 10 more boxes to open. In fact, box 11 I haven't opened yet. We're going to space that out. I can shoot that tomorrow night and, you know, get it ready for going live on Sunday. But the thing of it is, if I don't enjoy... Ooh, I just kill. That was a bug. I just squashed a bug. That's kind of weird. And we're just going to get right back to opening stuff. And I even just put the Lycanroc in the common pile. Get him out of there. If I'm not enjoying the openings to the extent of the other ones, that's going to show through in the quality of the content. That's going to show through in my excitement. And I don't want my excitement to be subpar, but put the content forward as though it were, you know, the next big thing. Because, let's face it guys, Sun and Moon 2 Plus, this Facing a New Trial, is not the next big thing. It's half reprints and some great full arts. And apart from that, it doesn't have that, you know, that thing to offer that a lot of other sets do. I mean, the Best of X and Y is a reprint set too, but look at what it has going for it. It has so much going for it. And that's why I've, you know, chosen to extend that set by the week. That's why I've chosen to do one box Sunday through Friday, which will bring us to box number 16. And then 17 and 18 will go live on Saturday, and 19 and 20 will go live on Sunday. So you actually get another full week of those openings. There's a Tapu Bulu. Because given the degree to which I enjoy those openings, that's going to come through in the content. My excitement is coming through in the content. I've actually even seen it in the comment section. I have. Yes, I have. And I certainly am not, you know, the kind of person who's going to feign interest in a set if that interest is not there for myself. You know, I will strive to make good content, quality content, but I will not hype up a set unnecessarily if I don't, you know, if I don't feel that way about it. I'm sorry if that disappoints you, but really it should embolden you, you know, as a collector or as a content consumer. You should feel like I am more trustworthy that way, even though I might not be as exciting, even though I don't rake in the sub counts, even though I don't even know how to video edit, guys. But that is the path that I've chosen. And, you know, if you're watching this video now, you've chosen to be on this path with me. And that's totally awesome. And clearly you are... Oh, Pax fell. Clearly you are tolerant of my lack of being able to edit stuff. Looks like this is going to be a less than impressive box. You are fine with that, and you've chosen to come here anyways. You know, and maybe you showed up with ad blocker, and maybe you didn't, and maybe you're, you know, supporting the channel through other means, you know, hitting the like button, you know, commenting down below as the opening progresses, and maybe you're not, but everybody has their own way of doing things. Oh, fudge. Hold on. We have ourselves a disaster. Packs are falling over. Things got real bad all of a sudden. Just make sure we're good here. So we got Weeping Bell, Machop, Sableye, Lunatone, and Electabuzz, Cottony. Yeah. So box 17 of the books, we're definitely hoping to have box 20 with a full art inside. And then perhaps 18 or 19. I would certainly like to see 19 and 20 finish out really strong. Never like it when you get to the final box of an opening and it's underwhelming. Because isn't that what happened with Sun and Moon 2? Islands Awaiting You in Alolan Moonlight? I feel like box 12 of each set was kind of crap. So really, you should be rooting for a crap box here. Because that will... Oh, we're out of... There we go. That's more like it. You should be rooting for a crap box here, because if that happens, then you're far more likely to get good pulls in the last two boxes. And above all else, as Glass Reflection would say, as Arcata would say, the ending is paramount. You want to finish strong. Maybe for box 18, we're just going to read the cards, like we should have been doing all along. We're 56 minutes into the video. I've yet to do that for a whole box. It's got Ledyba, Rockruff, Solrock, Lycanroc, Lightning Energy, Trubbish, a Sneasel, not a Cottonee, a Whimsicott, Escape Rope, yeah, that Espeon trainer, and a Fighting Energy. Let's kill the beer right here. That'll do it. Alright, we got a Bellsprout, a Murkrow, Sableye, Alolan Ninetales, Water Energy, Weepinbell, Machop, a Lunatone, Wish Baton, and a Darkness Energy. Yeah, these scissors do tend to wear out a little bit towards the end of these, double pack longer openings. Sorry, Electabuzz, Cottonee, Whale Party, Salazzle, Lightning Energy, Wailmer, Rockruff, Ledian. Oh! Oh. Oh! I don't recall pulling one of these ever. This is a unique experience for me. Maybe. I think it is. Okay, this is really cool coming out of a pack. Yeah, this is really cool coming out of a pack. So, obviously, this is the Darkness Energy Ultra Rare. And I will confirm it by showing you that it is Ultra Rare. 66 out of 49. This is great. This is one fewer card that I need to purchase on my own. And I do declare that, to my recollection, to my addled recollection, this is the first Ultra Rare Energy that I've pulled out of a Sun and Moon booster box of any kind. I don't recall pulling the Grass Energy. I'm pretty sure I had to buy that. Lightning I had to buy. Fighting I had to buy. I don't remember what else was this type of energy. I don't remember. I don't think Fire was. I don't think Water was. Psychic was. And then what was the other one? Steel Energy? So pulling the Darkness Energy is pretty darn awesome. Let's show you a bit of a close-up so you can see, because I have had questions on Ultra Rares and just what they look like and if they're comparable to Full Arts. And that gives you a pretty good idea of what they look like. And there's your low-light version. Ooh, nice and Prism going around. That's cool. And that green just following around. That's great. Always, always love to pull anything with gold on the outside. Anything. The bummer is that rules out us getting the third Ultra Rare, which is the most expensive of the three. But at this point, where we are right now, and our luck with the best of X and Y, which I would much rather have, that kind of luck with, I'm fine with it. I'm totally cool with it. Sandshrew, Slowpoke, Cerula, Salazzle GX. Tried to hide there, pal. Water Energy, Salazzle, Nope, that's a Salandit. I'm going to say that pretty much every time. Sneasel, Weavile, a Sophocles, and a Darkness Energy. And there's your comparison right there, folks. That's the difference between a 50-cent card and a $35 card. Just a little bit of gold right on the outside. Water, there we go. So I don't want to... Oh, I do need to get rid of some packs, though. I don't want to drink so much water that I have to get up and go to the bathroom. But I don't want to drink so little water that I feel the detrimental effects in the morning. It's a fine line to walk there, my friends. This is not the every X and Y series booster box opening, in which I got up at like the 2-hour, 20-minute mark and said, I'm going to go pee. I'm going to try to not make it that. It's got Kamala, Vulpix, Electivire, Victory Bell, Lightning Energy, Bellsprout, Wishy-Washy, Weakness Policy, Slowking, and a Fighting Energy. What do we want to pull from our remaining 2 boxes? So we got the Murkrow, Electabuzz, Solrock, Wishbaton, Lightning Energy, Leddyba, a Trubbish, a Sableye, Tapu Lele, and Darkness Energy. I would be fine with either super rare, either the Darkrai or the Tapu Bulu. I prefer the artwork on the Tapu Bulu, but the Darkrai holds more value. So if I'm going to go 10 out of 20, so that would be 2 ultra rares, 2 hyper rares, and then... Right? Wait, crap. Am I missing something? Maybe I'm missing something. Right, so we've got... Oh, so, hold on. Cottonee, a Salandit, Olivia, Ledian, Water Energy, Wailmer, Slowpoke, Machoke, Machamp GX, and a Fighting Energy. So wait, crap. So we pulled 2 Sophocles. We have the full arts for Salazzle, Tapu Fini, Machamp, Lycanroc. Right? We have 2 hyper rares. We have Salazzle and Machamp. We have 2 ultra rares because we have the multi-switch and we have the Darkness Energy. Hold on a second. I'm going to consult the binder. Hang tight. Now I'm concerned that I'm misremembering a card as having been pulled when it hasn't. And if that's not the case, that's very bad, because that means that I might not get anything out of 19 or 20. Hold on. Okay, so we have Salazzle, we have Machamp, we have Tapu Fini, we have Lycanroc for super rares. Tapu Fini and Lycanroc we've pulled in this video. We have 2 Sophocles. We have Machamp Hyper Rare. We have Salazzle Hyper Rare, which you saw in the video. We have Multi-Switch Ultra Rare, and we have the Darkness Energy Ultra Rare. If we do go 50% out of our openings, then that's it. Which is depressing. But if we don't go 50%, we do a little bit better, then maybe there's some extra stuff in the last 2 boxes. So we're going to see how it goes. We've still got 46 packs left to go. 6 out of this box, which we know is not going to hold anything better than a GX. At least on the... See what I mean? Hey! Oh, the struggle is real. Water Energy Rockruff, Weepinbell, Acerula, a Tapu Koko, Lightning Energy, Sandshrew, Komala, Lunatone, and an Escape Rope. The struggle has never been more real. So here we have a Bellsprout, Machop, Sandslash, Garbodor, Darkness Energy, Lediba, Electabuzz, Electivire, Whimsicott, and Fighting Energy, and the last 2 packs of box number 18. Where is that error pack? I've been dreaming of an error pack that has all full arts ever since Legendary Dream, which a lot of you guys experienced and me and my umpteen boxes never got. So we got Wishy-Washy, Sneasel, Weavile, Sophocles, Lightning Energy, Trubbish, Salandit, Solrock, a Water Energy, and a Whale Party. Still not a bad ending. So on the plus side, as we go into box number 19, at least this is going to be good for YouTube Red, and for my watch metrics, if you got this far. 1 hour and 6 minutes in. So overall the video is going to be between 1 hour and 20 and 1 hour and 30 minutes, because I'm still going to have to hit you with a recap, so I would say 1 hour 25 is probably a reasonable expectation for the ending of this freaking madness. I'm really hoping that we go 55% and I have one more, great pull left in me for facing a new trial. Because I don't want to come out empty-handed out of the last 2 booster boxes. I want one new card. Just one more new card. I don't care what it is. Obviously, I'll take the Acerula or the Darkrai, Hyper Rare or something like that, because they pack, or the Ultra Rare that I'm missing. What is it, Choice Band? That is, far more expensive than the others. Or whichever one it's supposed to be. Maybe it's Muscle Band. But I will take anything new out of the last 36 packs to ensure a 55% pull ratio. I'll take a Super Rare, I'll take a Hyper Rare, and Ultra Rare, just one more new card. Because at this point, I just want to send you guys home with one last great pull. And I am concerned that at 50% already, maybe that's passed us by. 6 Super Rares, 2 Hyper Rares, 2 Ultra Rares. That sounds like what they would do out of a 20 booster box case. There's a Darkrai. Some Psychic Mons in that one. It sounds like Pokemon. 6 Super Rares, 2 Hyper Rares, 2 Ultra Rares. That's as standard as you get. So I got a Vulpix and Friends. I know what you guys are looking for. I'm pretty sure if we're missing out on the Darkrai's, the Acerula, the more expensive cards, I'm willing to wait on them. I just am. I'm willing to wait on them. But if this does happen to be the end, and we do go 10 out of 20 from our booster boxes, which would not be stunning, at all. There's your Alolan Ninetales of the box. One every 1 or 2 boxes. There is a good takeaway from this. And the good takeaway is that I only pulled 1 duplicate. And I'm pretty sure that was the case from Sun and Moon 1 Plus. Did I only pull like a duplicate regular full art Incineroar or something like that? I feel like that's what took place. So it's good for a set completion. Not great for the sale video, but who cares? I'm more interested in pulling new cards for you to enjoy and to add to my collection. It's always better to get the card yourself, rather than having to buy it. It's Lycanroc. I am praying with all my might to get some last box magic to redeem ourselves for a nice surprise, a well-deserved surprise, not for me, but for you guys. Not for me. Just for you guys, because we're an hour and 11 minutes in, and I wasn't, 100% sober when I sat down. And obviously I came packing with a beer as well, which is not like the best choice that could be made. But you stuck it out this whole way, and you deserve to see some more than you've been already, given. So Komala, Vulpix, Slowking, Lycanroc, Lightning Energy, Bellsprout, Wishiwashi, Solrock, Tapu Bulu GX, and a Fighting Energy. So of course, as per the usual, it comes down to the last box. For those of you who have not been around on the channel for a super long time, the most dramatic finish ever on my channel, ever, was Rising Fist. And if you don't want to be spoiled on what it was like to watch me open an entire case of Rising Fist, then you should skip ahead about a minute right now. Because I'm going to talk in detail about pulls that I got from, June of 2014? Was it June of 2014 when that set came out? I feel like it was. Because I think X and Y was December of 2013, then Wild Blaze in like March, and then Rising Fist in June. Yeah, because Phantom Gate was like September or something. So anyways, the sets were more reasonable back then, but you also ran the risk of pulling more duplicates than you do now. And, well, y'all know what this is? I do. I'm gonna have to go through 9 booster boxes and find out what card I cut. Ah, damn it. So anyways, I got all the way to box 20 and pulled the last full art I needed in super dramatic fashion. It was totally kick-ass, and it was everything I could have hoped for. And it was absolutely wonderful. That battle reporter, though, I'm telling you, what a way to go out. Last box magic. It was more last box magic than that, too. There was some extra in there, too. You'll see it when you see it opened, if you haven't already. Man. Final box. And then we're done with facing a new trial, and we can just focus on set completion of the best of X and Y. So we've got Sneasel, Komala, a Whimsicott, a Salazzle, Lightning Energy, Vulpix, Bellsprout, a Weavile, Sophocles, and a Fighting Energy. Believe it or not, it actually would work out in our favor to see more GXs early. And it would work out in our favor because generally the 4 GX boxes are better are the ones with the full arts in them. Not a great start. Going 0-4 with the first 4 packs is usually not a wonderful omen. It doesn't rule out the full art, but it's not, not necessarily what we're looking for. So here we've got Trubbish, Cottony, Ledian, Lycanroc GX, Water Energy, Salandit, Whalmer, Machoke, Wish Baton, and a Fighting Energy. And there's your Lycanroc right there. Hold them up a little bit higher. I think maybe when I jacked the camera a little bit, I might have messed with the angle, but maybe it was just a little messy all along. Like I said, I told Twitter that I wasn't super sober, and we just kind of went from there. So we got a Slowpoke, a Rockruff, Slowking, Tapu Koko, Darkness Energy, Weepinbell, Sandshrew, not a Lycanroc, a Lunatone, that Espeon Trainer, and the Lightning Energy. At least I can make fun of myself, guys. So we have a Fighting Energy. That's going to go over there. So we like muscle it out of the pack. We got a Komala, Bellsprout, Sableye, Electivire, Water Energy, Machop, Leddyba, Weakness Policy, and a Lycanroc. Not good. That's not good. I think we're looking at a tough box 20, guys. Sorry to disappoint you. When you pull just one GX out of the first 10 packs, the odds are not good that you pull a full art. So you got an Electabuzz, Wishiwashi, Sandslash, Salazzle GX. That's good. Darkness Energy, Sneasel, Trubbish, Acerola, Solrock, and the Water Energy. Now, if we get another GX in pack, like, let's say 14 or 15, then, you know, maybe we're back on. Maybe. Possibly. Perhaps. Perchance. There's an opportunity for some less box magic. But I don't think time is on our side. I think Coldplay was right when they wrote Amsterdam, but not in this particular case. So we got a Salandit, Vulpix, Whimsicott, Garbodor, Lightning Energy, Weepinbell, Rockruff, Sophocles, Ledian, and a Fighting Energy. Yikes. It's too bad, but you know what? It's informative, right? It's informative. If we do go no full art in here, it does say 50% pull rate. And it pretty definitively states it as well. Which is good, because you want information as a potential Japanese collector. And let's face it, this is your information. You know, welcome to your tape, or whatever it is that you guys say when you watch that freaking Netflix show. So, we're on our last 4 packs. You've muscled through 196 packs. That is wild. And also an interesting expenditure of time. You guys spent all this time with me. I know I can repay you. So we've got a Cottony, Wishiwashi, Olivia, Tapu Bulu, Lightning Energy, Electabuzz, Slowpoke, Slowking, Electivire, Fighting Energy. We're not pulling a full art. It's not happening. Last 2 packs. Probably has a GX left. Probably a Tapu Fini. If the previous booster boxes were to be believed. Although I will totally take anything at this point. So we've got a Vulpix, Salandit, Alolan Sandslash, Tapu Bulu GX, Water Energy, Komala, Sandshrew, Weakness Policy, Honchkrow, and a Darkness Energy. Fudge. Alright. Not necessarily the way you want to end, but at least this opening had some good pulls in it. And it did. It did have some good pulls. It featured a super rare, a hyper rare, an ultra rare, and another super rare. So let me sort it real quick for you guys. And that can go there. That can go there. That can go here. That can go there. Oh boy. You know what? Let's pack up the remnants real quick. real quick like before I hit you with a recap. Get the packs out of here. At least we know we're clean for when I can run a rendering program to catch up with everything over the course of the evening. GXs we pulled. Regular GXs. Tapu Bulu, Salazzle, Lycanroc, Tapu Bulu, Lycanroc, Darkrai, Machamp, Salazzle, Tapu Bulu, Lycanroc, Tapu Fini, Salazzle, Darkrai, Machamp, Tapu Fini, Lycanroc, Salazzle, Tapu Bulu, Lycanroc, Darkrai, Salazzle, Tapu Bulu, Lycanroc, Tapu Bulu, and Lycanroc, and Salazzle. So our full arts are going to be Sophocles, Lycanroc, and Tapu Fini. We did also manage to pull that Salazzle Hyper Rare, which is awesome, and the Darkness Energy Ultra Rare. And that, my folks, my friends, my pals, my chums, is going to do it for Facing a New Trial and the booster case. So you can confirm that it's 1 in every 2 boxes is going to have that super rare better pull, although that's not going to necessarily be your experience if you buy a bunch of loose boxes, or even if you buy a solid case. I can't guarantee that, but what I can tell you is that I bought 20 boxes, they arrived in a sealed case, and that was exactly what I pulled. 6 full arts, 2 hyper rares, 2 ultra rares, for a total of 10 out of 20 booster boxes. And that seems to be the way that it's going to go. Might not necessarily approve of it, but that's the way that it is. That seems pretty balanced, I suppose, as far as things are going to go. So we did not pull the Tapu Bulu super rare. We didn't pull the Darkrai super rare, and we didn't pull the Acerola super rare because we did have that duplicate Sophocles. But as far as avoiding duplicates in general is concerned, we did pretty well. And at least we're, well on our way to complete the set, which is more than I can say for some users' experiences as well. But now is the time when I shut my face. So thanks very much for watching. I really do hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed this 10 booster box, 200 Japanese booster pack bonanza. If you did, that like button is your friend down below. Play with it a little bit. Just make sure that it's blue when you're done with it and not gray, because if you touch it too many times, it's not going to help me. That's gross. But if you click on the like button too many times, an even amount of times, that's bad. Click an odd number of times. If you want to click 17 times, that's cool, because as long as it's blue at the end, you hit the like button, and I'm happy. So, anyways, oh god, I have to edit this too. It's 10:30. This is what I do to myself. But hey, we pulled an ultra rare energy. That's cool, right? Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you repeatedly over the course of the next week as we continue to go on our quest to possibly complete the best of X and Y, which is more than I can say for what we did with Facing a New Trial, but at least we went in there honest. And, well, I guess that's a good thing. Take it easy.